bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Paragraph number 201. Tathāgatama yapajjana labhati tampi dukkha. What is yapajjana labhati tampi dukkha? Not to get what one wishes. That also is suffering. Whatever we need, whatever we wish, if we do not get it, we suffer. So what kind of suffering is there here? Let's see. Jadi dhammana sattana, all kinds of beings are subject to birth. Yes, jadi dhamma. Jadi dhammana sattana, all the beings subject to birth. Evo echa upajadi, they have such kind of echa, they have such kind of wish. Ahawada maya na jadi dhamma asama. Asama, not to see. Na asama, not to see. Ahawada, it may be good, or it will be good, or it's good. Maya jadi dhamma, maya we. Jadi dhamma na ada sama. If we were if we were not subject to the birth, here, the correct conditional sentence. If we were not subject to the birth, actually, we can escape to face this birth. So we are subject to birth. No way we cannot escape from there. But here, na jadi dhamma maya na jadi dhamma asama ahawada, it would be very good if we were not subject to birth. So such kind of wish arises. Najawada no jadi agachaya, may the jadi come to us. Na wada agachaya, na agachaya wada. Yeah, no jadi. Jadi no to us. May the jadi, if the jadi not come to us, it will be good. Na kopanida echaya padabha. So such kind of the na kopanida eda na padabha. Eda. Such kind of prayer. You will not get your wish. Napadaba, not to be obtained. Napadaba, not to be fulfilled. Eta echaya, this prayer, you pray not to subject to birth, not to be subject to birth. You pray, may this jadi not come to me. Even you pray, your prayer does not fulfill your wish. Yeah? Na paneta, na pana, na kopana eta ejaya padaba. Idabi yapajana labadita piṭaka. This is also yapajana labadita piṭaka. The meaning of this. Jaradamana satana. All the beings are subject to aging. Jaradamana satana. If you wish, or if the wish arises, what kind of wish? if we were not subject to aging, it will be very good. But you cannot get such kind of wish. Na kopaneda echaya padaba ya jaradamana sadana ahoda maya na jaradama asami jaradamana sadana ewo eja upajadi ahawada maya na jaradama asami na jawada no jara agacheyadi. So you have to connect to all those. Yadi Dhamana Sadhana, all the beings are subject to sickness. Marana Dhamana Sadhana, all the beings are subject to death. We cannot escape from these things. This is the nature. If we have five aggregates, or if we have the clinging of five aggregates clinging of five aggregates, we will be subject to all these nature. Now, birth, aging, sickness, death. Sokapri Deva Dukkha Domna Supayasa Dhammana Sattana. All the beings, but not included here, not included Rupa Brahma. Rupa Brahma has no Sokapri Deva Dukkha Domna Upayasa. Rupa Brahma, Arupa Brahma do not have Sokapri Deva Dukkha Domna Upayasa. But we do have the karma beings. All the karma beings are subject to Soka, Paridewa, Dukkha, Domnasa, Upayasa. But even though he may wish, or the wish arises in him, Ahawada Mayana, Soka, Paridewa, Dukkha, Domnasa, Upayasa, Dhamma, Asama. If we were not subject to all these ahawada, it will be very good, or it will be good. Najawada no soka prideva dukkha dhammana supayasa akachaya. May soka prideva dukkha dhammana supayasa come to us. May not come to us. So Echa A1 Echa Upajadi, such kind of wish arises in us. Not cont'ed Echaya Padaba, but this wish or this prayer, Echaya Padaba, not Padaba, not to be obtained. It dabi yambi chana labadi dabi dukkha. So if you do not get what you wish, you will suffer a lot. So that's depend on your mind. No, that's depend on your mind. Even though you do not get, if you know the nature, oh, these are subject to us. We are subject to all these things. We cannot escape from all these things. Whatever we want, we will not get. Sometimes we may get, sometimes we may not get. So if you know that nature, then Soka Prideva Dukkha Dhammana Upayasa, all these things will be less in your ministry. There's the last one. Tattha Gadame Sakhetena Upadanakara Dukkha. A brief. Where are the Pajuparanakhanda Dukkha? Sayatida Rupuparanakhando, Vidunuparanakhando, Sinuparanakhando, Sankaruparanakhando, Vinyanuparanakhando, Imewojandi, Sakhetena Pajuparanakhanda Dukkha, Imewojandi, these are said, Sakhetena Pajuparanakhanda Dukkha. Ayawujri Dukkha Riya Sajja. This is Dukkha Riya Sajja. So what it is Dukkha here, given by the Buddha himself. So we need to read something about the suffering at the Atthakta. Atthakta. This paragraph is not special, but just to read the Pali. Idani now, Sankipado a brief, Odetani Dukkhanini Vibhaṅgapāḷi, Odetani Dukkhanini, Odeta me short is followed by the Buddha. Now, Odetani, the Dukkha which shall be shown, Dukkhanini Vibhaṅgapāḷi analyzed. After analyzing the described dukkha, etc. Sayadaw aya Sankapara Odetani Dukkhanini Vibhaṅgapāḷi Sayadaw, in order to show the analysis of the classification of, but the explanation of those. This is said Tathagama Dukkariya Sajja Jati Dukkadi Nidesa Waro Arado. So that is called Nidesa Wara. Odesa Wara Nidesa Wara. We say Dukkariya Sajja Dukkhasamudaya Jadaro Ariya Sajja Jadaro Ariya Sajja Ni Dukkha Ariya Sajja. That is called Odesa. So the explanation of each the Sajja is called Nidesa. Tathagama Dukkariya Sajja Jadivi Dukkha. This is called Nidesa. So the Buddha, in order to explain here Dukkadini referring to four Sajja. Dukkadini Dukkasamudaya Nirodha Magga. So Odeta the habitual. After having shown those Sajja, in order to analyze those, the Buddha expounded Nidesa Wara. What is Jadi here? Data therein. Jadi Udita Bo. Jadi should be understood. Jadi Dukkada Udita Bo. The meaning of the suffering of the Jadi should be understood. Jadi of the Jadi. Dukkha, the meaning of suffering. Udita Bo, Jara Marana, Soko, Puridewo, Dukkha, Domanasa, Upaya, So, Apiya, Sambyogo, Piya, Ubyogo, Udita Bo. All these also should be understood. But we have learned, according to the Pali already, we also understand or extent. So we need to know the detail. Actually, we need to know a detail. So detailed explanation should be understood with Udita Bo. Apiya Sabyogasa, Piya Ubhyogasa, Dukkha do Udita Bo. The meaning of the suffering of Apiya Sambyoga, Piya Ubhyoga should be understood. Echa Udita Ba, wish, what we call wish should be understood. Echaya Dukkha do Udita Bo, the meaning of suffering or the wish should be understood. What is wish? What is this? The meaning of the suffering or the wish? Khandana Dukkha do Udita Bo, the meaning of the suffering of the khanda should be understood. So we say khandas, Pajumanana khandas are dukkha, echa, yapecha, nalabhita vidukha, echa is echa. We say that what we do not get is the dukkha, we say. So echaya dukkha do udita bo, khanda udita bo, khandana dukkha do udita bo. So let's here learn about the dukkha. How many kinds of dukkhas are there? We should know. We know, especially we know 3 kinds of dukkha, dukkha, viparinama dukkha, sankhara dukkha. So we know those 3 kinds of dukkha. But there are other dukkhas should be understood. Let's see here. Tata dukkhasa ariya sajjasa kadanatthaya. Dukkasa Ariya Saccasa Katanataya Ayamadika. This is the context. Now Ayamadika. There is the cont'ed or there is the list. Katanataya, in order to expound. Dukkasa Ariya Saccasa. Dukkha Ariya Sacca. The list. What are here? Idan be. Idan he to be extended. Ida Dukkhanama. This dukkha aneka. Various aneka, many. Nana pakara, various kinds. Many dukkhas, various kinds of dukkha. Aneka nana pakara. Aneka nana pakara. Aneka. Many kind, nana bakara, various kinds. Anika, many, nana bakara, various kinds. Sayatida, what are they? Dukkha, Ubrinama dukkha, Sankara dukkha, Prechana dukkha, Aprechana dukkha, Patechana dukkha, Aprechana dukkha, Priyaya dukkha, Nepriyaya dukkha. So there are several kinds. We know 3 kinds of dukkha. There are dukkha, Ubrinama, dukkha, Sankara dukkha. Those are popular or known by many. Here, Patechana dukkha, Aprechana dukkha, Priyaya dukkha, Nepriyaya dukkha. So these dukkha we had never learned before. Parechana dukkha, Aparechana dukkha, Priyaya dukkha, Nepriyaya dukkha. But we had learned at the introduction about Priyaya, Nepriyaya. Okay, let's see here. Tata Kayika Jirisika dukkha vedana. Kayika dukkha vedana, Jirisika dukkha vedana. Physical feeling, the dukkha vedana. Painful feeling. Physical painful feeling, mental painful feeling. Yeah. Physical painful feeling referred to the feeling arising in Dukkhasaccaniddesavaṇṇanā. Mental cetasika, mental painful feeling, cetasika dukkha vedana, referred to the feelings arises in 2 dosa mula cetas. So those 3 kinds of vedana, dukkha vedana. Sabhava do, by its nature. Now these are the painful feeling. These people feel it, sabhava do. This people feel it, or these you can say. Sabhava do by its nature, nama doja by its name. By its nature, by its name, dukkhata. As it is dukkha, dukkha nama. It is called dukkha. Now separate because of the individual here, because of painfulness. Dukkhata is the sense of painfulness. Because of painfulness, it is called dukkha. Dukkha, what we say dukkha, we refer to only 3 dukkha. 1, physical painful feeling. 2, mental painful feelings. Because of the painfulness, they are dukkha. By 2 reasons here. By their own nature, by the name. So dukkha meva, dukkha. Dukkha meva, dukkha itself is dukkha. Because they are really dukkha. These 3 are the real dukkhas. Sukha vedana, uprinamena, sukha vedana, referred to the 63 kinds of feeling here. Sukha vedana, 63 kinds of feeling arises in 63 jeta. Uprinamena, dukkopati hetu do. Dukkha upadihetu, the cause of the arising of dukkha, vibhaṅgapāḷi by changing, vibhaṅgapāḷi by changing, dukkha do, the cause of the arising of dukkha, it is called vibhaṅga dukkha. Sukha vedana, you see. Even though you feel sukha vedana, you feel pleasure, or you feel happy. So you also worry for your feeling not to lose. If you lose this feeling, then you will have to suffer. You will have suffering. So sukha vedana, when it changes, it turns to dukkha vedana. That's why sukha vedana is also dukkha because of its change. So here vibhaṅga dukkha, the suffering by change. Vibhaṅga dukkha, the suffering by change, but it is not really dukkha. Now the three painful feelings are real dukkha, but these 63 are not real dukkha. They are sukha actually, but when they change their nature, so they turn to dukkha. That's why it is called vibhaṅga dukkha. So the suffering by changing. Upekkha vedana jewa. Upekkha vedana here referred to the lokiya upekkha vedana. Lokiya upekkha vedana. Because in the next sentence we will have lokottara vedana. So upekkha vedana here we say upekkha vedana. Upekkha vedana jewa. Avasisaja. There are many tibumaka sankhara. There are many sankhara, tibumaka sankhara. So according to this, tibumaka sankhara, the formation pertaining to three spheres, kama rupa, arupa, tibumaka sankhara. So referring to Lokiya Dhamma here, Udiya Beya Pilitata, because of be oppressed by rising fall. Udiya Beya, rising fall, Pilitata, by be oppressed or by be afflicted by the rising fall. They are called sankhara dukkha. They are not dukkha like a dukkha. When we say the real dukkha, we have only three kinds of dukkha. Physical, matter pain, matter painful suffering. So only those three are real dukkha. The sukha, when it change, it turns to dukkha. This sukha is called vibhaṅga dukkha. When we say vibhaṅga dukkha, we refer to the sukha vedana only. We do not refer to another vedana, remember. So when we say vibhaṅga dukkha here, sukha vedana vibhaṅga dukkhapaṭi hetu do vibhaṅga dukkhanama, according to this. According to this, it is called, sukha vedana is called vibhaṅga dukkha. So when we say vibhaṅga dukkha, we refer to only sukha vedana, remember? The upekkha vedana, the other tibumaka dhamma, the vedana, the other tibumaka dhamma except vedana, all the jeta, lokiya jeta, jetasika, lokiya jeta, the jetasika are set together with them. They are sankhara dukkha. Tatha, likewise, pilana pana maka palana pi ati. Pilana, oppression, makapalana. A makapala, there is also oppression. Oppression by what? Oppression by rising fall. Magayapala arises, the rises a folly, rises a folly, the magapala, movement by movement. Maga arises only once. What time they pass away. So maga also oppressed by You see rising 4. The phala, you see the jure plasma body witty. Many times of phala arises there, or after another. Countless phala arise there. You know, the movement by movement, but they arises a passes away. They are also oppressed by rising 4. Pilana pana magga phalana. Adi there is affliction, there is oppression in the magga phala. That's why Dhamma, these magga phala associated Jadisika. Dukkasaccaṃ priya panathena. Dukkasaccaṃ priya panathena. Panatena. Dukkasaccaṃ priya panathena. As they are included in Dukkasaccaṃ, they are called Sankhara Dukkha. Sankhara Dukkha. Udiyapaya Pilitata, this is the point for Sankhara Dukkha. Viprinamena Dukkupati Hetuto, that is the point for Viprima Dukkha. For Viprinama Dukkha, Viprinamena Dukkupati Hetuto, Viprinama. For the Sankhara Dukkha here, Udiyapaya Pilitata, be oppressed by rising 4, Sankhara Dukkha. Magga phala also oppressed by rising 4. That's why it is included in Dukkasaccaṃ. Then, what is Paticchana Dukkha? Kana Sula, Danda Sula, Ragaca, Prilaha, Dosaca Prilahati. So, to say Kana Sula. Kana Sula here. Kana Sula, Danda Sula, Ragaca. Ragaca means bono raga, Ragaca, Prilaha, Dosaca Prilaha. When you read the Pali here, Ragaca Prilaha, Dosaca Prilaha. So Kana Sula, earache, earache, Danda Sula, toothache, Danda Sula, toothache, Ragaca Prilaha, the fever, the hot, bono raga, Dosaca Prilaha, the dosa Prilaha, the fever or the hotness in your body, bono dosa. Because of raga, sometimes our body becomes very hot. Because of dosa, very hot. Because of raga, also your face tend to pink. Because of dosa, also your face tend to pink or black. You know. So raga ja here, raga ja here, boom. Arise, cause, you see. Ragaja prilaha, dosaja prilahadihi. So where you feel earache, where you feel toothache, where you feel paper due to raga and dosa. Kayika Chedisiko, Kayika Chedisiko Abado. Kayika Chedisiko, you have Kayika Dukkha Chedisika Dukkha there. Abada, you have sickness. Abada, you have the painful. Abada, painful. Abado, painful, pain, you have pain. Kayika, the physical pain, and mental pain. Kayika Chedisiko Abado, you have physical pain, mental pain. Where you have earache, not only physical pain, you suffer there, but also mental pain. Where we have toothache also, both physical pain and mental pain. Ragaja Prilaha, where you feel very discomfort, very hot in your body because of lobha, because of dosa. So you have both mental and physical pain. Here, pochitwa, janitabato, as no, pochitwa after questioning. Upakama sacha apagata bhavato. Upakama sacha apagata bhavato. Upakama dasa Kabino with the attack is not openly evident. Because see, separate because they can only be known. They can only be known by questioning. Because the attack is not openly evident. Upakamasa apagada, not obvious. Upakamasa apagada bhavato. Upakama here not referring to the effort. Upakamasa apagada bhavato. Apagada bhava. So when someone feel earache, so by seeing thing, you cannot know he has earache. When he feel toothache, you do not know also. It's not evident. It's not obvious. So the way he feel very hot due to raga, dosa, etc. So you do not know what they are experience, what they are suffering. So only after you make question, you ask, what happened to you? What's the matter to you? Why do you feel something like that? After asking, you know those suffering. So upakamasa apagada bhavato, it is translated here, the attack. Yeah. The attack is not openly evident. Apagada bhava, not obvious. The attack is not obvious. What does it mean? Padicana, conceit, suffering, padicana, dukkha, conceit, suffering, height is suffering, padicana, conceit, suffering. Why they are considered suffering? They are not obvious to the others. It is obvious to oneself, but it's not obvious to others. With the other, after the other asking him, the other knows, oh, he has suffering. He has physical pain and mental pain. So we know after asking only, we do not know without asking. That's why it is called padicana dukkha. The padicana dukkha is also called apagada dukkha. Apagada, unobvious dukkha, unobvious pain, unobvious suffering, because it's not obvious by seeing. It is known only after asking. The dvitesa kama karanadi samuthano abado. Dvitesa kama karana. Here, this 32 punishment. The punishment. So someone do bad things, the authority capture them and punish them by many ways. Sometimes you see they cut the ears, sometimes they blind the eyes, sometimes they hit the hair, sometimes they cut the nose, the tongue, they cut the legs, they cut the fingers, they cut the hand, they cut the neck. Many kinds of torture there. Many kinds of torture, many kinds of punishment. When you see someone is punished, or when you see someone ears cut, so you know very well, this is very, very great suffering. So here we say here, dvitesa kama karanadi samuthano, this abado, the pain that arises from two kinds of punishment. So this comes from the Bhala Padita Sutta, Upripanasa, Bhala Padita Sutta. So Upripanasa, what is Bhala? Who is Bhala? Who is Padita? What the Bhala suffer, or what the Bhala get, the suffering. So mentioned in the Sutta. So you can read Bhala Padita Sutta pro Upripanasa. So 32 kinds of punishment also you will see there. So those 30 kinds of punishment, it is known without asking, without the questioning. The attack is also obvious. That's why it is called Aparijjana Dukkha, unconceived suffering. Aparijjana Dukkha, unconceived suffering. Pagada Dukkha, obvious suffering. So Pagada, Apagada. So Parijjana, Aparijjana. Parijjana is called Apagada. Aparijjana is called Pagada. So Pagada, Apagada is not given in the list. But here, the Parijjana Dukkha is Apagada, Aparijjana Dukkha is Pagada. Tabidwa Dukkha. Now leave it aside Dukkha. Sesa Dukkhasaccavibhaṅgo Agada Jadi Adi. Except Dukkha. Sesa Dukkhasaccavibhaṅgo Agada Jadi Adi. Jadi etc. Coming from Dukkhasaccavibhaṅga. There are many Jadi etc. Sabhabi Tasa Dukkasa Uta Watu Bhavado Priyaya Dukkha. So except Dukkha. All kinds of dukkha is followed by the Buddha a Dukkhasaccavibhaṅga. So all those dukkha, Jadi Jara Marana Sokapridwa Dukkha Damnasa Upayasa Piya Samyoga Apiya Vibhaṅga Yapechana Lamrita Vidoka Pajiparana Kara Dukkha. All those dukkhas are called Priyaya Dukkha. Because here Tassa Dukkasa Watu Bhavado. Because they are the Watu Bhavado, the existence of the dukkha. Watu Bhava. Existence of the dukkha, or the place of the dukkha. Watu here, the place, you can translate as place. Tassa Dukkasa Watu Bhavado. As the place of the dukkha. Jadi is not dukkha. Because when we say dukkha, we refer to only painful feeling. But jadi is not painful feeling. But figuratively, they can be called painful feeling. The dukkha, they can be called suffering. This suffering is called priyaya dukkha. So remember, priyaya dukkha, apriyaya dukkha, nepriyaya dukkha. Dukkha is nepriyaya. All other kinds of dukkha is called priyaya dukkha. Only two kinds there. The dukkha is the other dukkha. Dukkha is nepriyaya. It is called dukkha by its nature or by its name. Its name is dukkha. Its nature also suffering. So dukkha is called nepriyaya dukkha. So all the remaining dukkhas, or all kinds of dukkha is found in saccavibhaṅga by Buddha himself. Those dukkhas are called priyaya dukkha. So priyaya dukkha, nepriyaya dukkha. These two dukkha here, priyaya, nepriyaya, two kinds of dukkha. So here the classification of the dukkha. We have how many kinds of dukkha? Dukkha, Uprinama dukkha, Sankhara dukkha. So these are popular. But here Parijjana dukkha or Apagada dukkha. Aparijjana dukkha or Pagada dukkha. Priyaya dukkha, nipriya dukkha. How many? 6. 6 plus 3, you have 9 kinds of dukkha. But Pajicchana dukkha, apagata dukkha, the same. The aparicchana dukkha, apagata dukkha, the same. So you can say 7 kinds of dukkhas are there. So remember the last one, priyaya, nepriyaya. Now, most of the dukkhas are figuratively called dukkha. Only one kind is called dukkha. That is dukkha dukkha. Dukkha dukkha is called nepriyaya dukkha. The remaining dukkha is called priyaya dukkha. That's the point. Okay, data here. Priyaya, nepriyaya. Priyaya dukkha, nepriyaya dukkha, the imasme badada yatadwa. Imasme badada yatadwa, dukkha riya sajja gatedapa. So tadwa standing on these two words. Nepriyaya dukkha, priyaya dukkha, nepriyaya dukkha. Dukkha riya sajja gatedapa. Dukkha ariya sajja should be discussed, should be taught. See? So that means the Atthagata will explain you about the Ariya Satya depending on Nepriyaya Dukkha, Apriyaya Dukkha. Imasame Badata Yatadwa. In these two words, Tadwa standing on these two words. Dukkha Ariya Satya Gatedapa. Dukkha Ariya Satya should be taught, should be explained, should be discussed. Okay, let's see here. Ariya Satya ja nameda. The word Ariya Satya, nama eda. This word Ariya Satya, Paliya Sankapa Tobi Agajati Vithara Tobi. Now the word Ariya Satya, this Ariya Satya, in the Pali comes both briefly a detail. Come a brief, come a details. So Ariya Satya. In the Pali, Ariya Satya, in the Pali is founded a brief or a detail. Sankapado Agratane Sakipane wa Witari na Katedo Wodidi Sakipado Agratane. With the Ariya Satya is founded a brief. So it should be discussed. Wodidi. It should be discussed. So a brief. It should be discussed a brief, waitare napi, and a detail also. That means if the Ariya Satya is expounded a brief, we should discuss about the Ariya Satya, not only a brief, but also a detail. So if you see brief method, you have to explain not only a brief, but also a detail. Vaitara to agratani. If the Pali is founded in a detail, pana vaitare nevakatero vodidi, so it should be discussed a detail, not sankipena. It should not be discussed a brief. If it is founded a brief, it should be discussed sometimes a brief, sometimes a detail. But if it is founded a detail, then it should be discussed a detail only, not a brief. That is the Ramayan words. Ta ita imasme thane. Ta ita imasme thane. Ta ita, 2 words. What is ta? What is ita? Ta ita imasme thane. Ta ita imasme thane.
It refers to the dukkha, the Arya Satya.
Dan ida here, the same Arya Satya, yes. Dan ida, both dan, that, ida, this, that, this.
Yeah, if there's two pronouns, sometimes the second pronoun has no meaning, so it's okay.
Yes. So they have the same meaning. Dan, this Arya Satya, or ida, dan, that Arya Satya, ida, this Arya Satya. Actually, dan, a little bit distance. Ida, close. Something which is close should be used with the word ida. Something which is a little bit far should be used with the word dan. But dan ida here, referring to Arya Satya. Dan ida, this Arya Satya, he must maintain it in this place, in this case. Vitarina Agadan. Because the Buddha is founded in Nidesa Evutara, the Etite, Odessa and Nidesa. So what is Dukkha Satya? He gave the list of Dukkha Satya that he explained each of those lists. That's why in Nidesa Vara, Vitarina Agada, it comes a Tite method. So what are it should be discussed a detail. That's my yanda nidesa ware data ganama dukariya seja jadi biduga adi padani gedwa ene desa ware take those jadi wudita bo jadi ya duka do wudita body adi wodan. So by the Buddha, the word or the Buddha data ganama dukariya seja jadi biduga etc. By those who are the Atthakatha said, Jadi Wudidaba, Jadi Ya Dukhato Wudidabo, etc. Why Atthakatha said Jadi Wudidaba, Jadi Ya Dukhato Wudidabo? Because of the teaching, by Buddha himself in Nidesa Vara, Tathagata Dukkariya Satya, Jadi Vidukha, etc. Tata Jadi Adini Dawa. Firstly, Jadi etc. Yeah, Wudita Bani should be understood. Jadi Adini Dawa should be understood. Tata Karma Jadi Yadisa Disa Sadana Damidami Sadanikayes Jadi Sajari Imasapana Padapājanīyasa Vasena. By the explanation of this, the Jadi etc. should be understood. That means Jadi Jaramarana, all those should be understood according to the teaching of the Buddha in Nidesa Vara. See, according to the explanation of each dukkha by the Buddha. Imasa Vibhaṅgapāḷi Vasena, by this Vibhaṅgapāḷi, Jadi Adini Tawa Uditapa, Vaditapani, Jadi etc. first should be understood. That is the meaning. Okay, it's time. That's all for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, see you the day after tomorrow. Let's conclude our class. I always forget to conclude. Buddha sasana jira detadu. Buddha sasana jira detadu. Buddha sasana jira detadu. Sadhu. Sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much, Sayadaw.
Thank you so much, Sayadaw. Very good.
Okay. See you the day after tomorrow.
Thank you.